Diane, hello. Is now a good time for you? I have something to report.
Hello, Rosa. What's going on? What's the news?
Actually, I'm pregnant.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm currently 18 weeks along.
When we last spoke, you didn't mention anything about that.
Well, Andy and I discussed it, and we thought it would be better to wait until I was in the stable period before sharing the news.
I see. All right. So that's all you had to say?
Yes, that's it.
Okay then, I've got something to do, so I'll have to go now.
Oh, actually...
What? If there's more, please make it quick.
Well, I apologize for taking up your time.
No, it's fine. You don't need to apologize. If you need to say something else, feel free.
Thank you. It's just, I'm a little nervous about how things will go from now on. Andy and I are really excited, but there's still so much to think about. It's a big change.
I understand. It's a huge step. Just make sure you take care of yourself and don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything.
I will, thank you. I'm just a little overwhelmed, but I think I'll be okay.
Just remember to enjoy the moments of happiness, too.
Thank you, Diane. I really appreciate your support.
Of course. Take care of yourself and let me know if you need anything else.
I will. Thanks again. Andy, I told your mom about the pregnancy.
Oh, really? What did she say?
Well, that's the thing.
What do you mean? What happened?
How should I say it? It was more like her reaction was a bit flat, you know? The message didn't seem to convey much excitement or joy. It didn't really seem like she was happy about it.
Really?
Well, as you know, your mom has always been a bit distant with me, so I kind of expected that. But even accounting for that, her response didn't seem particularly joyful. There wasn't a single word that really conveyed excitement or happiness. Maybe I'm just overthinking it.
I see. You know, for Dad and Mom, this is their first grandchild, and they seem to be looking forward to the birth of the baby, so I thought they'd be over the moon about it. I really thought they'd be thrilled. If I'd known it would turn out like this, I should have told them myself. I'm sorry, I should have handled it better.
Hey, it's not your fault. Don't apologize. We've only talked through a message so far, and maybe it's just my perception of it. It could be nothing.
Still, I'll reach out to Mom myself to check in. You just focus on taking care of yourself and the baby.
Thanks, Andy. I really appreciate that.
No problem. You're the one carrying the baby, so your health is the most important thing right now. I'll handle this side of things. Just take care of yourself and the little one.
I will. Thank you.
Mom, it's Andy.
Oh, what's going on?
Didn't you get a message from Rosa a little while ago?
Oh, the pregnancy announcement?
Yeah, about that. I'm just gonna get straight to the point.
What is it?
Are you by any chance upset that the news was a little late?
Huh?
I mean, how should I say this? I saw that chat history between you and Rosa, and honestly, I got the feeling you weren't too thrilled about the whole thing.
Oh, well, yeah. It's true that pregnancy is usually a joyous occasion, but this time it's a bit complicated.
What do you mean by complicated?
Well, you see, Erica still isn't pregnant.
Erica? Why are you bringing her up now?
Your dad and I talked about it, and we agreed that this time we'd let Erica go first. We need to ask Rosa to give up on this for now.
What? Let Erica go first? Give up? What are you saying?
What I mean is, the first grandchild should really be Erica's child, don't you think?
Huh? What?
It's like a matter of seniority in the family, you know. It just feels off, to be honest, if the younger brother's child is born before the older sister's child. It just doesn't sit right, don't you agree?
No, that's not how it works. Erica has her own plans with her husband, and besides, this is a precious life we're talking about. You're telling me to just let it go? Do you even understand what that means?
Rosa's still young, she'll be fine. Once Erica gets pregnant, then you two can try for your second child. But until then, you understand, right?
What are you even saying? This is about my child. It's my child, the child of my wife and me. Why are you making this all about Erica?
Look, it's just that I'm sure you get it, right? The first grandchild for your dad and me should really come from our daughter, not from a daughter-in-law. When a child is born from a daughter, there's just a different kind of bond, a closeness we feel. And if that's the first grandchild, the joy is so much greater.
What kind of reasoning is that? Are you serious right now?
Oh, please try to understand where we're coming from.
How can I understand that? It's impossible!
We're not saying you shouldn't have children. We're just saying this time the timing isn't right. You need to be considerate of that.
Don't make it sound so simple. It's my child we're talking about here. My son or daughter, the one carrying my blood. What does Erica have to do with any of this?
Andy, you have to understand. Your dad and I are just looking forward to the child that Erica will have. We've been waiting for this moment, so please, can you just be reasonable this time?
Are you trying to erase the fact that this is Rosa's and my baby? Are you seriously saying that to me? I'm done with you both if that's the case. Rosa and I are having this child no matter what.
Wait, Andy, don't say that.
What kind of parents would try to discard their grandchild just because of their own selfish reasons? I don't want parents like that.
Hold on, Andy, please, just listen to me for a second.
No, I'm done listening. I've made up my mind. No one is going to stop us from having this child. Not you, not anyone.
Andy, please think about this. Your dad and I have always thought about the family, about what's best for everyone. But you're being so stubborn right now. Can't you see that we're just asking for a little patience?
Patience? What's there to wait for? I'm already waiting to become a father, and I'm telling you right now, no one is going to take that away from me. You can talk all you want about timing, but this is a life we're talking about. My child's life.
I'm not saying you shouldn't have this child, Andy. We just wanted things to go a little differently. We wanted the first grandchild to be Erica's, that's all.
You keep saying that, but it doesn't change anything. I'm not asking for your permission, and I'm not going to let you dictate this.
But Andy, think of your dad. This is a huge decision, and it's not just about you and Rosa. It's about the whole family.
This isn't about the whole family. It's about me and Rosa. It's about our future and our child, and you're asking me to put that aside just for some idea of tradition? I won't do it. Not now, not ever!
I never thought you'd react like this. We just wanted to share in the joy of the first grandchild together and not have it be a source of conflict.
You know what? I don't need that kind of joy if it comes with this much baggage. I don't need your approval. Rosa and I are going to have this child, and nothing will change that.
Andy, please, think carefully about this.
No, it's too late for thinking. I'm making this decision for my family, for the future. And if that means cutting ties with you, then that's what I'll do.
Don't say things like that. Oh, please, just wait a minute. Andy, it's your mom. The other day I went to visit the apartment where you and Rosa used to live. I asked the neighbors and they told me you moved out 2 or 3 years ago. So, where are you living now? Oh, there's something important I need to talk to you about. Please respond.
What now?
Andy?
Yeah, it's me, but what's the point now?
Well, I got a new phone and I wanted to reach out to you.
Huh? You're calling me for that?
Yes, because there's something important I need to discuss with you. Please, just listen.
What is it?
Actually, Erica found out 2 years ago that she had a condition that made it impossible for her to have children. I didn't know until recently. When I asked about when we'd get our grandchild, she finally told me.
So, what now?
So, Andy, I'm asking you. The grandchild you're having, could you please give them to Erica to adopt?
What?
Don't you feel bad for Erica? She's always loved kids and she dreamed of having a big family when she got married. But in the end, she hasn't been able to have a single child.
I know about Erica's condition. You think I didn't know?
Oh, you knew, huh?
Yeah, I've known. After I cut ties with you, I still kept in touch with Erica.
So then you understand her pain, don't you? That child you're having, it'll be the first grandchild, right? You know, the first grandchild you wanted. Why not let it be adopted by Erica? I'm sure she'd be so happy.
Hold on. Are you seriously misunderstanding everything here?
What do you mean?
I didn't get angry because you didn't treat my child as the first grandchild, okay? That's not the problem.
Huh? Then what is?
Of course I feel hurt that you don't see my child as your first grandchild, but more than that, it's the fact that you treated the life I was about to bring into this world like it didn't even matter. You just brushed it off like it was no big deal. And knowing that my own parents were the ones to do that, it makes me want to lose my mind. Back then, if I had seen you face to face, I don't even know what I might have done. That's why I cut ties with you. To be honest, I still feel that anger, and it hasn't gone away.
Oh, Andy, don't be so dramatic about it.
Don't tell me not to be dramatic. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You don't care about how I feel or what Rosa and I are going through. You don't even respect my child. And now you're asking me to just hand it over to Erica like they're nothing?
Oh, but you must understand Erica's pain. She's always dreamed of having children. You can't even imagine how devastating this has been for her.
I know exactly what Erica's feeling. I've seen it firsthand. But you've completely ignored her current feelings. She's come to terms with things. She's accepted her situation. She's at peace with it, and so is her husband. They've already talked it over, and they know they can't have kids of their own. That's their reality now.
Well, Andy, you're wrong there. Erica's feelings are much more complicated than you realize. She's still struggling, and I just want to help her. If you could just understand her position.
You're missing the point entirely. I'm not just talking about Erica. I'm talking about my own family, my own blood. Do you even hear what I'm saying? I won't just give my child away. Not to anyone, especially not to fix your family's mess.
What are you saying, Andy? We just want to help Erica. She's suffering, and I know she's strong, but we don't want her to feel like she's alone in this.
You've already made her feel alone. You've completely shut her out. She was my sister, and you made her feel like she didn't even matter. Do you really think that everything will magically get better if I just hand over my baby to her? That somehow makes everything okay?
Andy, please, don't be so stubborn. Oh, this could be a way to make things right. Think of it as a way for everyone to heal.
Heal? By sacrificing my child to fix your mistakes? That's your idea of healing? You want me to just erase my child's existence to make you feel better about Erica's pain? You think that's going to fix everything?
It's not like that, Andy. I just thought you'd understand how important this is to Erica. You know she still dreams of having children. I want her to feel that joy, that fulfillment, that's all.
No, you don't get it. Erica is not the only one who matters here. What about me and Rosa? What about our family? Are you really going to ask us to give that up for Erica's sake?
It's not about giving up anything. It's about doing what's best for Erica. She has suffered so much.
I don't care about your idea of what's best for her. I care about what's best for my child. And what's best for my child is for them to be raised by their own parents, by Rosa and me. That's the only family that matters.
You're being unreasonable, Andy. Just think about it for a moment.
No, I don't need to think about it. I've already made my decision. You're not going to change my mind.
Please, Andy, just talk to Erica. She's been wanting to hear from you.
Don't tell me to talk to Erica. I've already been talking with her because she's here with me right now.
She's what? So that means she knows where you are living right now?
That's right. And right now she wants to have a word with you.
Erica does? Mom? Erica! If you knew about Andy's new address, you should have told me.
That's not what we're talking about right now. I've been wondering why Andy hasn't come back to the family home, and I started to think it might have something to do with Rosa and you not getting along. In some ways, I was right, but now I finally understand why Andy didn't want to talk about it when I asked.
You'd understand, right? After all, it makes sense that the first grandchild should come from the eldest child. Having a grandchild from your own daughter is just so much more meaningful. But Andy, well, he's a man, so he just doesn't get it.
Don't assume anything. You can't seriously be telling me you were upset because Rosa got pregnant first. And to make matters worse, you're saying something as horrible as give up on a life as precious as this? Not only that, now you're suggesting giving the child up for adoption, tearing apart a parent and child for the sake of your own beliefs about what's right.
Well, I only suggested that because I was thinking about you.
What? What do you mean, thinking about me? Don't act like you're doing this for me. You've completely ignored what's right for my family and for my child.
No, I just thought, since you haven't been able to have children and Andy and Rosa are having one, maybe this could be a way to help. You know, you could have the joy of raising a child. That's all I wanted, to help you.
Stop. It's none of your business. I'm not a child, and neither is Andy. I know my own life. You're trying to use us to make yourself feel better, but it's wrong. What you're asking us to do is unforgivable.
Well, I know there's someone close to my husband's relatives who's in a situation where they can't raise their child, so we've been working on adopting them. It's a bit of a different situation, but I think you'll understand.
So what? Are you saying you'd be okay adopting Andy's child too, just like that? Well, if there's a reason Andy can't raise the child, I'd consider it. But honestly, both Andy and Rosa have become wonderful parents. Their child loves them so much, and I just don't see why they would have to be separated. And yet, you're still so willing to tear apart our family. You're completely ignoring the bond we have with our child. You can't just give away a child for your own peace of mind.
You're not seeing the bigger picture. It's about bloodlines. If we're being honest, the child isn't really related to us. How can we call them our grandchild?
What did you just say?
Well, it's the truth. They're not really related to us by blood, so how could we consider them family in the way we should?
Are you really my parents? Are you really the people who raised me?
What's wrong with that? This is how things should be. We can't just throw away traditions.
You used to be different. You were never like this before. You didn't think this way, so why are you suddenly talking about tearing families apart over something as shallow as bloodlines?
Erica, listen, I've been thinking. Maybe this is the only way to make everything work. I'm not trying to hurt you. I just want what's best for everyone.
No, I'm not buying into this. Andy feels the same way, and I'm with him. I've made up my mind. I am cutting ties with you.
What? What are you talking about?
You're not going to change my mind. I am not going to let you tear apart my family any longer. The four of us, Andy, Rosa, the child, and I, we've decided to all cut ties with you. We're changing our phone numbers, and you won't get them.
Erica, please don't do this. I just want what's best for everyone. Why can't you see that?
Because what's best for everyone isn't what you think it is. You've lost sight of what really matters, and I won't stand for it anymore.
Well then, I guess we'll have to do this the hard way. You don't want to listen to reason, but I'm not going to give up. And I'll just suggest you move in with us, you, Andy, Rosa, and the child. That way we can all live under one roof and you won't have to worry about anything.
What? You think that will solve everything? That suddenly we can just fix all of this by living together? No, this isn't a fairy tale, Mom. You can't force things like this.
I'm doing this because I want you to be happy. I want you to experience the joy of being a mother, and I am willing to do whatever it takes.
This isn't about me. This is about you trying to control everything. I'm done.
Erica, please, just talk to me. I don't want to lose you.
Then stop trying to control my life. Stop trying to tear my family apart. Goodbye. After that message, Andy, Erica, my brother-in-law, and we all just cried. There was nothing else we could do but let the tears flow. The weight of everything, the shock, the disbelief, it all came crashing down at once. The message itself had left us reeling, and now the reality of what had been set into motion sank in. Since that time, Andy has taken my last name. He made the decision to officially adopt it, and we've been discussing the possibility of him eventually formalizing the adoption with my parents as well. We've been moving forward together, and while it was initially just a decision made out of necessity, it became a part of our commitment to one another. The name change felt like more than just paperwork. It felt like a new chapter in our life, one where we're redefining our relationship with each other and our families. It's a small but significant gesture that makes us feel closer, more bound to each other than we ever have been before. As for Erica, after discussing it with her husband, they decided that they needed to act quickly. With her address already compromised, they packed up their things and hurriedly moved out of their current home. It wasn't easy, and the stress of it all weighed heavily on them, but it was clear that there was no choice. They couldn't afford to stay in the house knowing it had already been targeted, that the safety of their family was at risk. They found a new place, far from the prying eyes of the people who had been making their lives a living nightmare. It wasn't a perfect solution, but it was a necessary one. The sense of relief that came with leaving was bittersweet. They were escaping one danger, but at the cost of leaving behind everything they had worked for, the home they had built together. And sure enough, as expected, 2 weeks after that terrible message, it all came to a head. Erica's former home was targeted by my in-laws. They barged in, hoping to find her, hoping to confront her. But when they realized she wasn't there, their frustration only grew. With no hesitation, they turned their attention to the next places they thought they might find her, the homes of my brother-in-law and my own family. They showed up unannounced, demanding to know where Erica had gone and why she was hiding. It was as if they had believed that they had the right to track her down, to control her every move. However, both my brother-in-law's family and my own knew the truth. We had all been fully aware of the situation by that point, and while we had tried to remain calm and reasonable, the actions of my in-laws had pushed us to the edge. When they arrived at our homes demanding answers, the reception they received was far from welcoming. We stood our ground, refusing to let them intimidate us, refusing to let them manipulate us into revealing anything. My family and my brother-in-law's family were steadfast, standing together united in the decision to protect Erica, to shield her from whatever plans they thought they could carry out. I will never forget the look on my in-laws' faces when they realized that we weren't going to budge. It was as though a switch had been flipped and all the anger and frustration they had been bottling up finally exploded. But instead of finding the answers they were looking for, they only found more resistance. My brother-in-law's family and my own were like walls, blocking them from getting any further. We turned them away no matter how much they begged or demanded. The look of shock on their faces was something I will never forget. It was as if they couldn't believe they had been denied, that the control they thought they had over us was slipping through their fingers. But we were done playing their games. We weren't going to let them dictate our lives anymore. It wasn't long before word spread. The details of what had happened, the truth about what they had tried to do, began circulating. It wasn't just a matter of our families knowing the full story. Soon, people in the community started to learn what had really been going on. It didn't take long for the whispers to start. People began to notice the sudden isolation of my in-laws, the way they kept to themselves, avoiding contact with everyone. It was obvious that something had shifted. The comfortable, confident image they had projected for years had been shattered, and now they were left with nothing but the judgment of their neighbors and the quiet whispers behind their backs. From what I've heard, my in-laws are now living a much smaller life. They've retreated into the shadows, trying to avoid any further attention. The weight of the situation has settled on them heavily, and while they may have thought they could get away with their actions, the reality has been far different. They're not the same people they once were, and the people around them are no longer as willing to turn a blind eye. It's almost as if the universe itself is holding them accountable, in ways they never imagined. They're no longer seen in the same way by those around them. Their once powerful presence has been reduced to something almost unrecognizable. The people who once admired them now look at them with suspicion, with disdain, and they can't hide from it. It's as though the truth of what they've done is inescapable, and no matter how hard they try to ignore it, they can't avoid the consequences of their actions. They've become isolated, their world shrinking around them as the people they once knew begin to keep their distance. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Well, thank you so much for the entrance ceremony earlier. I went ahead and sent you a message right away.
Thank you for earlier. I really appreciate it.
Just to double check, you're Allie's mom, right?
Yes, that's me. I'm Allie's mother, and thank you again for speaking to me at the entrance ceremony. I'm actually new to the area, having just moved here from across the station. It's such a relief to finally be able to connect with the neighbors within a walking distance.
Oh, you just moved? Oh, that must be a big change. How's everything going with the unpacking?
Yes, for the most part. I'm still tackling the smaller details, but I'm taking it slow. I don't want to rush through everything.
Well, that sounds good. Let me know if you need anything. I can recommend a few local places or help out with anything. It's always easier when you have a good neighbor to rely on.
I'll definitely keep that in mind, thank you.
By the way, have you made any mom business cards yet?
Mom business cards?
Yes, you know, the cards we use to exchange information with other moms. It's a thing around here.
Oh, I've heard of them, but I'm not really sure what they are.
It's a good way to keep in touch with everyone. I made some when my daughter was in kindergarten, and it really helped. We would swap cards and keep in contact for playdates or school events.
I see. I'll have to look into it. I'm still getting used to the idea of having cards for mom stuff. When I think of business cards, I think of work.
Well, it's a bit of a local custom. I'm sure it'll make things easier when you get to know the other moms here.
Oh, I see. So you think it's pretty common around here?
Well, definitely. Most people here do it, especially if you're new to the area. It's like a little shortcut to making connections.
I see.
So, are you working outside the home?
Yes, I'm working.
Oh, so you're a working mom then?
Yes, that's right.
Well, that must be a bit tough balancing everything. I've heard it's not easy.
It had its challenges, but it's what I want to do. I enjoy my job.
But I'm guessing it's because your husband doesn't make enough to cover everything, right? I know it can be tough with just one income. My husband makes good money, so I don't have to worry about working. I can focus on the kids and other things.
I understand. It's good that things are working out for you.
Yeah, it really helps. I'm lucky to have a husband who does well at work. His income is actually listed on my mom card, along with his position at the company. I'll give you one next time we meet.
Wait, you put your husband's salary and job details on the card?
Yeah, that's how it is. It's not unusual here. You see, it helps us decide how we relate to each other. You know, we get a better sense of who people are and what they're about.
I see. That's an interesting approach.
It's just the way things are done, and it helps smooth things over.
Right, I see now. Thank you for explaining.
Oh, no problem. Oh, I've just remembered. I've got a dinner appointment in a bit.
Oh, I have to run out too. I need to pick up dinner ingredients.
What are you making?
Well, since it's a celebration for Allie starting kindergarten, we're having her favorite, hamburgers.
Oh, that sounds great. It's nice to make a special meal for your kids.
Yes, it's a simple but meaningful celebration.
Well, my family's going all out tonight. We're having a French dinner at a fancy restaurant.
Oh, that sounds lovely. It must be nice to have such a luxurious dinner.
It's a treat for sure. Anyway, I should get ready for it.
Yes, I should start getting dinner together too. It was nice talking to you. We should stay in touch.
Definitely. Take care.
Hey, long time no see. How's it going?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's been a minute. I can't believe it's been almost a month already. Time flies, huh?
I know, it's like we blinked and a whole month passed. I think we were both in the middle of those crazy move weeks around the same time, huh?
Totally. It's been a blur. But it feels good to finally get everything settled. How's it going for you now? Have you gotten settled in at the new place?
Yeah, more or less. Still unpacking some stuff, but I'm definitely starting to feel at home. How about you? How's it been for you and Allie?
It's been all right. I finally finished unpacking all the boxes, so I guess we're kind of there now. But honestly, the move wasn't all that dramatic. We just moved to the new apartment on the other side of the station. So it's not like we're in a completely different area or anything.
That sounds pretty chill then. Not much to adjust to, huh?
Exactly. It's a relief, honestly. The move was pretty straightforward, but, it's always nice to get everything in order. Finally getting back into a routine.
Anyway, how did Allie's entrance ceremony go today? You were looking forward to it, right?
Yeah, it went well. Allie seemed pretty excited, and the best part is she already has made a couple of friends. So that was a nice surprise. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when they start something new, but I'm glad it's going smoothly.
Oh, that's awesome. It must feel like a weight off your shoulders seeing her settling in so quickly.
Definitely. I mean, it's just the start, right? But I'm glad she's off to a good beginning.
Did you get to meet any other parents today?
Yeah, I had a few opportunities to chat with some of the moms. I exchanged contact details with a couple of them, so looks like I'll gradually be getting to know them better. Hopefully, I can make some solid connections over time.
That's great. It's always nice to have a network, especially with the school stuff. If you can make some good mom friends, it makes everything feel easier.
I agree, I'm hoping for that. But honestly, there's something that happened today that I wasn't expecting.
Oh? What happened? Something go wrong?
Well, yeah, I got hit with a little power play right off the bat.
Wait, really? Already? That sounds intense. Who hit you with that?
It was this mom, Ellie. She seemed fine at first, but as soon as she found out that I work, she just assumed our income must be low. I mean, she didn't even ask. She just kind of assumed.
What? That's crazy. She just assumed things about you like that?
Yeah, it's a bit wild, but it gets worse. She asked if I made a mom business card yet and told me I should include my husband's workplace and his salary on it. Can you believe that?
Wait, a mom business card? And you have to put your husband's salary on it? That's insane!
Yeah, I thought the same thing. It was like she was trying to size us up based on financial status. She made it sound like it was a must-have.
That's so bizarre! Did she actually say that? You have to include all that personal stuff?
Yeah, exactly. She was acting like it was normal. I had to look it up online after the conversation just to figure out if I missed something. Turns out you don't really need to go that far. It's not a requirement at all.
Wow, I'm glad you looked it up and figured it out. I mean, no one should be making assumptions about your situation like that.
Honestly, I was a little taken aback. It felt uncomfortable. But I'm glad I got the right information in the end. It's good to know that I don't have to follow her lead.
That's really good. I'm glad you're not letting it get to you. So, Ellie, huh? That's the same Ellie that Rachel was telling me about, right?
Yeah, that's her. Do you know her too?
Oh, yeah. Rachel mentioned her a while ago. She's been dealing with Ellie's mom power trips for a while now. Rachel's actually really relieved to be away from her, especially after the move. She says she feels like she's finally free from all that pressure.
Oh, I didn't know Rachel had been going through the same thing. Well, it makes me feel a little better knowing I'm not the only one Ellie's targeted.
Yeah, Rachel's been putting up with Ellie's stuff for ages. But now, after the move, she's in a much better place. She's been telling everyone how much more relaxed she feels.
That's good to hear. I'll have to talk to Rachel about it more, but honestly, it's a relief to know that I'm not alone in this.
Definitely. And hey, you and Martin are probably the best equipped people to handle Ellie's kind of behavior. I mean, you guys have got everything together, right?
Well, I don't know about all that, but it's definitely nice to have the backup. It helps to have some leverage in these situations, that's for sure.
I mean, you two are basically an unstoppable duo when it comes to handling situations like this. You got the info, the confidence, and the resources. Ellie's got nothing on you.
I appreciate that, Ron. It definitely helps to know that we're well equipped, but I'll still keep an eye out for any more surprises, just in case.
For sure. And hey, Rachel said she'd be sending you a message later with some other stuff she wanted to pass on. She's got a few more things to share that might be useful.
Got it. I'll look out for that.
Cool.
Well, I should get going. Martin's calling me, so I'll catch you later.
All right, tell Martin I said hi.
And thanks for all the info, Ron. It really helped.
No problem. Take care, Janelle. Talk to you soon.
You too. Bye.
Good evening, Janelle.
Good evening, Ellie. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. I just wanted to say thank you for exchanging your mommy business card with me today. I really appreciate it. It's always nice to meet someone who takes these things seriously, don't you think?
Oh, of course. It was my pleasure, really. I think it's great that we're all trying to connect more and build a strong network.
Yes, exactly, and that's why I have to bring up something important. I couldn't help but notice a slight detail when I looked at your card. I mean, it's a lovely card, don't get me wrong, but there was something missing.
Missing? What do you mean?
Well, there's no mention of your husband's workplace or his annual income. It's an important detail for me to know, especially in our little circles, don't you think?
Oh, I see. Well, after we exchanged cards, I did some thinking and did a little research of my own. I came to the conclusion that I didn't really need to put his details on the card. It didn't feel necessary. I didn't want to overshare information that's not really relevant to our interactions.
Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't expect that response, to be honest. You know, many moms I've met have felt the same way, but I have to say I understand why you leave that information off. It's a touchy subject for some, especially when it comes to their husband's earnings. Let's be real, if your husband's salary isn't particularly impressive, some people might not want to share that information.
Yes, that's true. But I don't think income should define the value of a person or their family. It's just not something I feel the need to highlight.
Oh, darling, you're so sweet, but let me tell you something. That's not how things work in the real world, especially among people like us. There's a certain image we must maintain, and income plays a huge role in that. It's just how things are. You'll learn that as you meet more people in these circles, trust me.
I understand your perspective, Ellie, but I'd rather not live my life based on what others expect of me. I have my own principles, and I don't want to be measured solely by my husband's paycheck.
I see. Well, we can certainly agree to disagree on that. I think it's just a matter of priorities, right? Some people value their privacy and principles, and others, like me, understand the importance of making connections through financial status and influence. But enough of that, I'm sure we can still get along, even if our views don't entirely align. So I've been thinking, we should get together for an event, just the moms, a little tea party, maybe?
A tea party? Oh, that sounds lovely, but I'm not sure I can take part. I've got quite a busy schedule this week, and especially on Friday. There's a big project deadline I'm dealing with at work, and I really can't afford to take time off.
Oh, don't be silly. Surely you can make time for something like this. I'm sure whatever you're working on can wait, right? A little time off wouldn't hurt, would it?
Well, I do have responsibilities I can't just ignore. This project is crucial, and it's in its final stages. I have to be there.
It's a shame, really. But don't worry, I'm not upset. If you can't make it, you can't make it. But, Janelle, I do need to remind you of something. When you look at my business card again, you'll notice something very important about me. You see, there's a lot more to me than meets the eye. You're starting to understand that, right?
I've already seen your card, Ellie. I didn't quite understand what you mean, though. What's the big deal about your card?
Oh, sweetie, it's everything. The details on my card aren't just a formality, they show my position. The fact that my husband works at an elite company, earning a very substantial income, is something people need to know. Because it speaks volumes about our social standing, our influence. You understand, don't you?
I suppose I understand the connection you're making, but I still don't see why it matters so much. We're all just people, aren't we? Why should our value be tied to our income?
Oh, Janelle. Sweetheart, it's not just about being people. It's about understanding your place in society. You think this is just about you and me being friends, don't you? But no, it's about knowing your role and how you fit into the bigger picture. My husband's earnings are much higher than your husband's. That's just a fact. We're above you in social standing. But because I'm generous, I'm willing to extend my friendship to you. As a favor, it's my choice, you see.
That doesn't seem very fair. Or even like real friendship. If you're only offering your company based on income disparity, then it's not genuine.
Oh, I see. You're still struggling to understand, aren't you? Well, let me be blunt. My family's income is in the stratosphere compared to yours. We're wealthy, Janelle. I don't know if you've noticed, but my lifestyle, my connections, they're far beyond what you experience in your day-to-day life. You're just an average person, and you have to accept that. And because I'm generous, I'm willing to spend time with someone like you. But in exchange, you'll do what I ask. You'll play the part of a grateful, subservient friend.
You're asking too much, Ellie. I won't be treated like that.
Oh, don't be difficult. I'm giving you an opportunity here. If you don't appreciate it, well, that's on you. But know this. If you ever cross me, if you keep resisting, I'll make sure you feel the consequences. You might lose your place here among people who matter. Your whole life could change, Janelle. You could even find yourself without friends, without the respect of those who matter. People like me, we have ways of making things happen. You can't afford to anger someone like me.
That's an empty threat, Ellie. I won't let you control me with fear.
Is that so? Let's see how long that defiance lasts. You think you can just stand up to me without any consequences? People in our circle know how to make things uncomfortable. But let's not talk about that just yet. You've got a lot to think about.
I've already made up my mind, but before we go any further, I have a question. You mentioned your husband works for a certain company, and I've seen the name on your card, but I need to confirm something.
What is it? Spit it out.
The company your husband works for, it's actually my business partner's company. We've worked with them for years. They're one of my company's biggest clients.
What? Are you serious? You're telling me that company? No. That can't be right. How could you possibly have a connection to them?
Yes, it's true. I didn't know your husband worked there, though. I guess this changes things a bit, doesn't it?
Wait a minute. This is unexpected. You've got connections there too? But I've been the one flaunting this. You haven't been holding out on me, have you?
No, I wasn't hiding anything. I just never thought it mattered, Ellie. But now I see that things aren't as simple as I thought. We both have ties to the same people, and it seems that now things might be a bit more, equal between us.
Oh, wait,
I suppose I haven't properly introduced myself either. I'm a freelance web designer.
Huh? You're not just a part-timer? Don't tell me you're scraping by with a tiny paycheck.
Well, I make a decent living, thank you. And about the General Affairs Manager title on my card, you see, I've met the person holding that position, and it wasn't someone named Ellie. I haven't heard anything about that position changing either.
Oh, about that.
Just to be sure, I asked my husband as well. He confirmed to me the Ellie Johnson you mentioned doesn't seem to be the one associated with that role either.
Your husband?
Yes, actually, my husband works at the same company as yours.
Wait, what?
Yes, he's the head of human resources.
Head of HR? But wait, how old are you?
Me? I'm 35.
Wait, your husband is about the same age, right? But to become a department head at such a young age, it's not like that's something that happens overnight, is it? You trying to take a position like that, pretending to be something you're not, it's utterly shameless. How could you try to pull a fast one like that, lying through your teeth?
But we have a 17-year age difference. If you don't believe me, you can ask my husband. His name is Martin Saunders.
Wait, what? Martin Saunders? Are you telling me that Martin Saunders is your husband?
Yes, that's right.
I don't believe this. You've been lying this whole time.
Actually, no, there's no need for all the accusations. It's all been the truth. But your husband, he's been working in the factory department, right? Just a regular employee. Isn't that what you said?
Well...
So why the lie? Why put a fake title on your business card like that? Does your husband even know about it?
Janelle, please.
Yes, Ellie, what is it now?
I'm begging you, please don't let this get out. Please, I'll do anything you ask. Anything, I promise.
Well, I don't plan to make a huge public scandal of this, but...
Thank you so much.
But, Ellie, it seems that quite a few people already know about this. Well, apparently your husband sometimes picks up the kids from the school in his company-issued work clothes. And not just any work clothes, the ones from the factory. The ones with the company name on them.
What? How do you know that? I haven't even done the school run for a while.
Oh, Rachel told me.
Rachel?
You know Rachel, right? The one who moved here after her husband's transfer. She's Amber's mom.
Allie's mom? Wait a second. Rachel is...
Yep. Rachel's actually my brother's wife. Funny how things work out, right?
Wait. So Rachel already knew all of this?
Well, it wasn't so much that she knew directly. It's just that she didn't feel the need to put her husband's info on her business card either. She didn't want to make a fuss, and honestly, she had no reason to. You see, Rachel's situation is different. Her husband isn't wealthy either, but it was never an issue.
So you're saying this whole time, everyone has just been pretending they didn't notice?
Oh, not really. It's just that most of us know better than to engage in petty fights over things like this. We're grown-ups. We can tell the difference between a sincere person and someone just trying to climb the social ladder. Rachel and the others saw right through it, and they just let it go. They didn't engage with the deception. But, Ellie, here's the thing. If your husband is working in the factory department and you're handing out cards with made-up titles, I'm afraid you'll have to deal with the consequences. You can't go around lying about your social status and think that nothing will happen.
I don't know what to do anymore. This whole thing is just spiraling out of control.
Well, let me tell you something important. Your idea that not putting your husband's information on your business card means his salary is something to be ashamed of needs to go out the window right now. You can't lie about these things, Ellie. That's the real embarrassment. Lying about something like this, that's the real shame.
I don't know how to fix this now.
Well, it's simple. You stop the lies. No more pretending. And if you want to keep your dignity, you need to face the truth. Otherwise, you'll just end up hurting yourself and everyone around you. The truth always comes out, Ellie, and it's better if it comes from you before someone else decides to expose it.
I just wanted to fit in, Janelle. I wanted to feel like I belonged in these circles, but now everything is falling apart.
Oh, I know. I know exactly how you feel. You thought if you presented the right image, people would accept you, wouldn't question you, maybe even admire you. The world is full of people like you, Ellie, who want to be seen a certain way. But here's the thing, you can't fool people forever. Sooner or later, they'll see through it. And it's not about belonging to this or that circle. It's about being respected for who you truly are, not who you pretend to be.
But what about everyone else? What do I do when people find out?
The truth will come out, but at least you'll have the courage to face it. You can't keep hiding behind lies. The sooner you confront it, the easier it will be. You have to decide, Ellie. Will you keep pretending, or will you start living the truth? Ellie's husband apparently didn't know about the mom business card situation. When he found out, he was absolutely stunned. He couldn't believe it. It turned his world upside down. After hearing what had been going on, he immediately realized the magnitude of the problem, and it was clear to him just how much Ellie had hidden from him. It must have been a huge shock in the aftermath. The couple went on an apology tour together. They visited everyone they had wronged, expressing their deepest regrets for the trouble they caused. They didn't leave anyone out and made sure to apologize as a couple, working tirelessly to make amends for their actions. It seemed like everything had settled down, at least for the moment. They had done what they could to fix things, or so it seemed. However, things took a turn when another bombshell dropped. It came to light that Ellie's husband was heavily in debt, far deeper than anyone had realized. It turned out that she had been doing whatever she could, going to great lengths to fund her image as a wealthy, glamorous celebrity mom. She had been living beyond her means, taking out loans and even making some questionable decisions just to maintain that facade. It was clear now that her desire to keep up appearances had led to this financial disaster. The discovery of this debt became the final straw. The pressure of the situation became too much, and Ellie and her husband's marriage ultimately ended in divorce. It was inevitable, given everything that had come to light. The debt, the lies, and the trust that had been shattered, it just couldn't be repaired. As for their child, the custody battle was a difficult one. It became clear that raising their child while burdened with such overwhelming debt wasn't a feasible option. The husband was granted custody as it was apparent that Ellie could not provide the stability her child needed, given her financial and emotional turmoil. On top of everything, Ellie's parents, who had been deeply upset by the whole situation, ended up cutting ties with her completely. They disowned her, unable to forgive what she had done. Left without the support of her family, Ellie ended up in a rundown apartment, barely scraping by. She was working multiple jobs, trying to pay off her mounting debts, day in and day out. It wasn't easy, and it was clear that she was struggling to survive. I occasionally see her around town, but every time I do, she seems to duck away as quickly as possible, almost as if trying to disappear into the shadows. The way she tries to avoid being seen is heartbreaking. It's hard not to feel pity for her when you see how far she's fallen. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Mikey, it's your mother. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, but I just wanted to check in and see how things are going. You're working from home again today, right? That means you're by yourself all day. Are you feeling okay? You haven't caught a cold, have you? Sometimes you don't even realize you're getting sick until it gets really bad. And what about food? Are you eating properly? You have a terrible habit of skipping meals when you're too busy with work. Oh, and Andrea, she's making sure you're taken care of, isn't she?
Oh, for the love of... Mom, can you please stop bombarding me with these overprotective messages? I was in the middle of a really productive work session. I was focused. I was actually making good progress. And now my focus is completely shattered because I had to stop and deal with this.
Mikey, that's not a very nice way to talk to your mother. I'm just looking out for you.
Looking out for me? Mom, this isn't just looking out. This is you hovering, micromanaging, obsessing over every little thing as if I'm a kid who can't take care of himself.
That's not true. I'm just making sure your lifestyle isn't falling apart. I know how you get so caught up in work that everything else gets neglected. If I don't check in, who will? It's not like I can just stop by and see for myself, so I have to rely on Andrea.
Mom, how many times do I have to tell you, stop putting this kind of pressure on Andrea? She's my wife, not my caretaker.
Oh, don't say such cold things. Do you have any idea how sad that makes me?
Even if it makes you sad, it frustrates me. It's exhausting having the same conversation over and over again. And can we address something else, like the fact that you keep calling me Mikey?
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that, Mom? I'm 34 years old. You can just call me Mike.
I don't know. To me, you'll always be Mikey. Parents don't just stop seeing their children as their babies, you know. No matter how old you get, you're still my little boy.
Yeah, I think you're taking that phrase way too literally.
Anyway, where's Andrea? I messaged her a little while ago, but she hasn't responded.
She's at work.
Obviously, but I sent her a message and she still hasn't replied.
That's because she can't check her phone during work hours. Her company has a strict policy against personal phone use. She has to leave her phone in her locker. If she sees your message at all, it won't be until her shift is over.
What? So she won't even see it for hours?
That's right.
That means she's not properly taking care of you, is she?
What? Mom, what exactly did you message her?
I just asked if she went home during her lunch break.
Why?
Because she should be making sure you have lunch, of course.
Mom, I can make my own lunch.
So she didn't come home, did she?
Obviously not. She only gets an hour for lunch. Even if she wanted to, there's no way she could make a round trip, cook, and still get back to work in time.
Oh my goodness, Andrea works that far away?
It's not that far. It's just too far for a round trip during a 1-hour break.
No. No. If she's too far away to come home and take care of you, then that's too far.
Mom, I know people who commute 2 hours one way. Compared to that, Andrea's job is close.
That's completely different. If she weren't responsible for looking after you, then I wouldn't care. But she is. She's your wife. She should be there to take care of you when you need her. We need to do something about this. She should quit that job and find something closer.
Mom!
No, listen to me, Mikey. A job is a job. There are plenty of jobs out there. She can find one that's within a reasonable distance.
And by reasonable distance, you mean?
Oh, I don't know. 3 minutes away by bicycle should be the absolute limit.
That's insane! We live in a suburban residential area. There aren't even that many workplaces that close by.
Then you should move somewhere that makes more sense.
No! Andrea likes her job. She enjoys the work, she's good at it, and she's happy there. I'm not gonna ask her to leave just because you think she should be hovering over me all day.
Mikey, I can't believe you're okay with this.
Okay with what?
You've only been married for 3 months and you're already letting Andrea carry such a heavy burden.
What?
I thought marriage was about a husband taking care of his wife, providing for her, making sure she doesn't have stress. Instead, you've put her in a position where she has to work so hard, commuting so far, and still coming home to take care of you.
Mom, stop.
If only I didn't live so far away. If it weren't for this 4-hour distance, I would come take care of you every single day.
Don't! Do not even joke about that!
Actually,
Oh, no.
there's something I've been planning for a while now. I think it's finally time to put it into action.
What are you talking about?
You'll see. It's a surprise.
A surprise?
Yes, I just need a little time to prepare everything, but once it's ready, you're going to be so happy.
Mom!
Trust me, Mikey.
I don't! I really don't!
Oh, you'll love it.
I already hate it.
Now, just be patient. Everything will be ready soon.
I have a really, really bad feeling about this. Andrea? Hey, just a heads up. Pretty sure my mom sent you another one of her clingy, overbearing messages. As always, feel free to ignore it.
Hey, you. Yeah, I figured. My phone buzzed a couple of times while I was packing up, and I had a feeling it was her. You okay, though? She didn't completely throw you off your day?
Let's just say my patience is wearing thin.
Oh, no.
She hit me with the Mikey barrage again.
Mikey!
I swear to God, Andrea.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. But seriously, I don't know how you deal with this daily. Your mom's got persistence, I'll give her that.
Oh, believe me, if persistence were an Olympic sport, she'd have taken home gold years ago.
No kidding. Though, to be fair, I do get why she's like this. Your parents' divorce hit her hard. Living alone must be rough for her.
Yeah, I get that, I do, but here's what gets me. The whole reason my dad wanted the divorce in the first place was because she was way too obsessed with me. That's literally why they split. And 2 years later, she still doesn't get it.
That part is wild to me. Like, I understand feeling lonely. I understand struggling to adjust, but you'd think she'd have some level of self-awareness.
Nope, none. Not even a little.
That's honestly kind of terrifying.
Right?
At least your dad understood what was going on. That's the one silver lining in all of this.
Yeah, thank God for that. If nothing else, I'm glad at least one of my parents realized how unhealthy this was. Honestly, if Dad hadn't dropped the divorce bombshell when he did, I might have never worked up the courage to move out. And if I hadn't moved out, I wouldn't have met you.
Aw.
I mean it. If I'd still been stuck in that house with just my mom, I don't even want to imagine what that would have been like. Just thinking about it makes my skin crawl.
Well, you're not stuck there anymore, and you'll never be in that position again.
Yeah. Except, she still finds ways to make my life miserable from a distance.
If only you could just block her number and be done with it.
God, I wish, but you know what would happen. The moment she realizes I'm not responding, she'll be on the next train over.
Yeah, that's a horrifying thought.
Yeah, and it's exactly why I regret giving her our address.
But you had to, right? That was part of the deal when you moved out?
Yeah, at the time I was so desperate to get out I would have agreed to anything. But now, every time she calls, every time she texts, every time I hear that notification chime and feel my stomach drop, I regret it. I regret it so much.
And it's affecting your work, too. Last week she was blowing up your phone even though you were literally in the middle of a deadline.
Exactly! That's what pisses me off the most! I work from home, staying focused is everything for me. And yet here she is, treating me like I'm just sitting around waiting for her to check in on me like I'm still some kid. She has zero boundaries.
I don't know how you deal with it.
I don't, Andrea. I don't deal with it. I just survive it.
That's not okay.
I know it's not okay. That's why I need to figure something out before I completely lose my mind. I love her. She's my mom, but I cannot keep living like this.
I hear you, and I really, really wish there was more I could do to help.
You are helping. You're literally the only thing keeping me sane through all of this.
Well then, I think you're going to love what I have to tell you next.
Oh? Go on, I'm listening.
So, remember how I asked my friend, the one in real estate, to keep an eye out for places that match what we're looking for?
Yeah?
Well, she just got back to me. She found a place.
No way!
Yep.
Like our kind of place?
Exactly. Good location, great layout, and best of all, it has amazing soundproofing. Which means your dream of having a proper, distraction-free home office, it's finally happening.
Oh my God, this is actually happening?
It is. And get this, we can go and see it as early as tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Yes! We're going, no question!
I knew you'd say that. I'll let my friend know we're in.
Andrea, you're the best! Like, the best. I could kiss you right now.
Hold that thought until I actually get home.
Deal. God, this is perfect timing. Our lease renewal is coming up soon, and I was dreading the idea of signing on for another year here.
Right? Same. This is our chance to make a fresh start. No more worrying about paper-thin walls, no more distractions while you're working, hopefully. A bit more distance from your mom's radar.
Please, I need this.
Then let's do it. As soon as we check out the place and confirm everything, we'll start prepping for the move.
It's gonna be a lot of work, but we've got this.
Yeah, we do got this. Let's make this happen.
Mikey, it's your mother. I'll be arriving there soon. Oh, and if you're busy, you don't have to reply. There's no need. Because from now on, we'll be together all the time. Isn't that wonderful? Mikey, are you home? I just arrived and the door was unlocked. Did you forget to lock it, or did you simply leave it open by mistake? I didn't want to barge in on you, but I thought maybe I could surprise you with something today. But now it feels like I've thrown everything off. I expected to walk in and find you both here enjoying a quiet Sunday, but no one's around. I thought you'd be spending time together, but maybe I misjudged that. Well, if you're not home, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and handle things here. Don't worry about me, Mikey. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't feel like you have to rush back. I'm just here to look after things, and it's no trouble at all.
Wait, Mom, what's going on?
Oh, Mikey, I didn't mean to startle you. It's just, I thought you might want to know. I've just brought some of my things in. I managed to get a friend to help me unload everything. I've started moving in just a little. I didn't want to overwhelm you, but I thought this might be the best time.
What? What do you mean you brought your things here?
Yes, Mikey, I thought it would be nice to be closer. You've been through so much, and I know how tough it's been for you. I thought that if I was here, it might help. I've been thinking about how hard it's been, how much you've been struggling, and I couldn't just sit by and do nothing. I want to help, Mikey.
Help? By moving in without asking me?
I didn't want to come in uninvited, but I thought if I were here, I could take care of things for you. I could make sure you're all right, keep things in order. You know, like I always have. I can't bear to think of you suffering in silence when I'm here, and I can take care of it all. Look, Mikey, I know I've been a little overbearing in the past, but I just want to be there for you.
I didn't ask for this, Mom. You can't just move in whenever you feel like it.
But Mikey, this is what I've always done for you, right? I raised you, I took care of you when you were little. This isn't any different. I just want to make sure you have what you need.
This isn't the same thing. You can't just barge into my life like this.
I'm not barging in, Mikey. I'm just trying to take care of you. Look, I saw the kitchen and I thought to myself, this place needs a woman's touch. You know, things could be a little cleaner, a little more organized. And the fridge, it was almost empty, just beer and snacks. You're not eating properly, are you?
What does that even matter?
Mikey, you don't understand. I can't stand the thought of you not taking care of yourself. I know how much stress you're under. I've seen it, and you've been so distracted, so busy that you're forgetting basic things. This isn't like you, Mikey. You've always been so responsible. But now I see this place, and I can't help but think that Andrea isn't keeping up.
What are you saying about Andrea?
Look at this place. It's not what I expected. It's a little messy. Maybe she's just not cut out for keeping things together. I'm sorry, Mikey, but that's what it looks like. I know she's been trying, but sometimes trying isn't enough, is it?
Are you seriously saying this? You're criticizing Andrea now?
I'm just saying what I see. I can't help but feel like you're not being taken care of the way you should be. You're my son. I can't stand the thought of you going through all of this on your own.
Mom, this isn't about me needing you. This is about you needing control.
I'm not controlling you, Mikey.
Yes, you are.
I just want to help, Mikey. I want to make things better for you. If I'm here, things will get easier for you. I'll cook for you, I'll clean, I'll make sure you don't feel so alone.
I don't need you here. I'm not a kid anymore.
Oh, you don't need to take care of everything by yourself. You shouldn't have to.
But I do. I've always done it on my own. I've learned to handle things, and now I can't even think straight with you here trying to fix everything.
I'm just trying to make sure you're okay. I don't want you to feel like no one cares, Mikey.
I'm fine. I've always been fine. I don't need you to take over.
I'm not taking over, Mikey. I'm here because I care about you. I'm here because I love you. I know how hard it's been.
You don't get it. You're not listening to me.
Mikey, I just want to be there for you. I want to take some of the burden off you. You don't need to do it all by yourself.
You're not helping. You're making it worse.
You can't just keep doing everything, Mikey. I want to help. Let me help you.
Mom, this is wrong. You can't just walk into my life like this. I didn't ask for this, and I don't want it.
I thought maybe if we lived together again, things would feel more like they used to. It's been hard for you, and I just thought it would make things better.
It's not going to make anything better.
I didn't want to upset you, Mikey. I wanted to help. I wanted to be there for you.
By moving in without asking, without even telling me?
I thought it would be a good surprise.
It's not a surprise, Mom. It's a violation. You can't just take over.
Mikey, please, I just want to be there. I just want to help.
Well, I don't want your help. I don't need it.
Mikey, please, I don't want to lose you. I can't stand the thought of you being unhappy.
You're not losing me. You're just pushing me away.
I'm not trying to push you away, Mikey. I don't know what to do anymore. I can't stand seeing you struggle, and I thought I could fix it.
You can't fix it. You can't fix me, and you can't fix my life.
I just want to be there, Mikey. Please, I'm sorry if I've hurt you.
You have. You've hurt me so much, and I can't keep letting you do this. I need to have my own life, Mom. I need to have my own space, my own boundaries.
But, Mikey, we're family. Don't you want us to be together?
Not like this, Mom. I need to move on. I need to build my own life.
Mikey, please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
I can't do this anymore, Mom. I need to be away from you.
No, Mikey, please.
Goodbye, Mom.
Mikey, no.
I can't keep doing this. I can't keep pretending that everything's okay when you keep overstepping.
Mikey, please, I love you. Don't leave me.
It's over, Mom. I can't take it anymore. Goodbye.
Mikey? Mikey, please.
I left the matter to the landlord to handle. At first, I couldn't shake the fear that this could spiral out of control. I prepared myself for the worst-case scenario, one where the situation would end up involving the police, a point of no return. It's a terrifying thought that things could get so bad that the authorities would have to step in. I braced myself, knowing I might have no choice but to face whatever consequences would come from this turmoil. But when the time came, when I wasn't there to intervene, it seems my mother realized, perhaps for the first time, the gravity of the situation. The tension was building, and she must have seen how quickly things could spiral beyond repair. Maybe it was the sheer weight of it all, of everything that had been left unsaid, unresolved, that pushed her to the point where she knew she had to step back. She must have understood on some level that it would only get worse if she kept trying to manipulate the situation or avoid the truth. So, without any further drama, she did something unexpected. She apologized. It wasn't a perfect apology, of course. It wasn't one that magically fixed everything or erased all the pain. But it was sincere, at least from her side. and that simple act seemed to diffuse the tension that had been building. There was no police involvement, no further escalation. My mother, for the first time in a long while, seemed to be owning up to something. It was a quiet moment of reckoning, but one that allowed the situation to come to a close, at least temporarily. But things didn't end there, not by a long shot. Immediately after that, it seems my mother sought out my uncle, her older brother. It's clear she turned to him for help, hoping that he could smooth things over, help her navigate the mess she had created. I can't say for certain what exactly they discussed, but when my uncle showed me the conversation history, it was hard to ignore the look on his face. His initial reaction was one of disbelief, even disgust. He couldn't believe what had unfolded. It wasn't just that he was upset. It was as though he was physically sickened by what he read. The details were beyond his comprehension. How could it have gone so far? How could things have unraveled this badly? I could see the shock and frustration in his eyes as he processed everything. But over time, after a lot of back and forth, he came to a reluctant understanding. He didn't like it, but he finally saw why I had done what I did, why I had chosen to distance myself. He couldn't change the past, and neither could I. But at least, after all the pain and confusion, there was a level of acceptance that eventually came. The reality, though, is that none of us could change the past. It was done. And what followed was a decision that felt both inevitable and tragic. My mother was going to move into the annex, the small separate living space on our property. The idea was that she could live there on her own, away from the chaos of the main house. It was a temporary solution, though. It wasn't long before we all agreed that the next step would be for her to eventually move into a nursing home. It wasn't something we were happy about, but it was the only option left. After everything that had happened, it didn't seem like she was capable of living independently anymore. But that decision came with a heavy emotional toll. I don't think anyone could have predicted how much it would affect my mother. When she finally understood the extent of what had happened, when she realized how far things had fallen, it was as if a switch flipped inside her. The woman who had once been so full of life, so vibrant and active, suddenly seemed to age in an instant. She seemed to collapse inward emotionally, as if the weight of her choices had finally caught up with her. It's strange, because before all of this, I had never imagined her in this light. She was always so strong, so confident, never one to let things get to her. But now, watching her wither away emotionally, it's hard to reconcile that image of her with the person she's become. I hear that she spends most of her days in the annex now, in the solitude of her own room. It's as if she's become a shell of her former self. I'm told she often sits in the corner of the room staring at a photo of me. Maybe she's looking at it, trying to hold on to some piece of the past, trying to make sense of everything that led to this moment. I don't know what goes on in her mind, but I can't help but think that she's trapped in a cycle of regret. She's there, but not really there. She's physically present, but emotionally distant. It's like she's stuck in a moment of frozen time, unable to move forward, unable to let go of the past. There's a part of me that feels sorry for her, but there's also a part of me that's angry. Angry at how things turned out, angry that we got to this point in the first place. How could it have come to this? Why did it take this much for her to finally realize what she had done, the pain she had caused? I know she's not a bad person. She's my mother, after all. But the choices she made, the way she pushed me away, the way she disregarded everything I tried to build for myself, it all adds up. And I can't help but wonder if this was always the path she was going to take. Maybe she never had the capacity to truly understand what it meant to be a mother, to be there for her child, to support them, to recognize the boundaries they set. She never seemed to be able to recognize those things. She was too caught up in her own world, in her own needs, to see how much damage she was causing along the way. And now, as I reflect on everything that's happened, I'm left wondering whether I could have done more to fix things before they got to this point. Maybe if I had said something sooner or done something differently, things could have turned out better. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that this was inevitable. There was no way to go back, no way to fix it. And that realization that we've both been trapped in this cycle for so long is almost as painful as the events themselves. My uncle once told me that sometimes even the strongest family bonds can break, and when they do, they can never be fully repaired. It's a harsh truth, but it's one that I've come to understand all too well. He was right. We've reached a point where there's no going back. My mother and I are too different now. The person I knew, the person I once called my mother, is gone. And in her place is someone who doesn't even recognize herself, let alone me. I think about the future, and I'm not sure what it holds for either of us. I can't predict where this journey will take me or where it will take her. But one thing is certain. Everything has changed. There's no going back to the way things were. The distance between us now is permanent. A chasm that can never be bridged no matter how hard we try. And as much as I wish things had turned out differently, I know that we both have to face the consequences of our actions. The pain, the regret, it's all a part of the process. But in the end, I don't know if there will ever be a way to heal from this. Perhaps time will offer some form of healing, but some wounds, I suspect, run too deep to ever truly mend.
Luke, answer me. Hello? Are you seriously ignoring me right now? Hurry up and respond already.
Oh, it's you, Celeste.
Took you long enough. I've been waiting forever. What, were you just staring at your phone and ignoring me on purpose?
No, I wasn't. I'm still at work. This is my break. I told you before, I'm not allowed to use my phone during work hours. Maybe try using a little common sense before throwing a tantrum?
Look at you, acting all self-important like you're some big deal or something. You're just a useless brother. Don't act like you're better than me.
What do you want?
Money. Give me some.
What, again? Didn't I just give you your allowance 2 days ago?
Yeah, and that's already gone. I bought the bag I wanted, so now I need more.
You used up all of it already? Celeste, I give you $500 a month. That's more than enough for a high schooler. How the hell do you burn through that in 2 days?
Easily. I saw the bag, I wanted it, I bought it. That's how shopping works, Luke.
That's not how budgeting works. You need to be smarter with your money.
Oh my God, spare me the lecture. You're seriously trying to act like a responsible adult? That's hilarious. You of all people don't get to talk down to me.
I'm not talking down to you. I'm telling you to stop asking me for money like I'm an ATM. You can't just come running to me every time you blow through your allowance.
Yeah, I can. That's literally what you're here for. Listen, Luke, you do remember why you're even allowed to live in our house, right? Mom and Dad made it very clear. If you want to stay, you have to contribute. That was the deal.
I already pay $1,500 a month just to live there. Do you seriously think I can afford to give you more on top of that?
Duh, you've still got, $300-400 left? That's just sitting there, right? So just give it to me.
That's my money. I need it for my own expenses.
That's not my problem. Just hand it over. Mom and Dad said I should ask you for it anyway.
Of course they did.
They said that since we're being so generous, letting you stay, the least you could do is be grateful and help out more. So come on, stop being difficult and just give me the money.
Generous? You call charging me $1,500 a month to sleep in a room I grew up in generous? I barely even live there. I buy my own food, my own stuff. I take care of myself. You all don't treat me like family. You treat me like a tenant. And now I'm supposed to be grateful?
Ugh, there you go again. You always act like we're actually related or something.
We are related.
Not in any way that matters. Just because we share some DNA doesn't mean you get to pretend to be my brother. Mom and Dad don't see you as family, and neither do I.
Right, of course you don't.
Honestly, you should be thanking us for even letting you stay. You're lucky we haven't kicked you out already. Know your place, loser.
You finished?
Whatever. You're so annoying.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about me being in your way. I've got a night shift tonight, so I won't be coming home.
What?
And tomorrow I'm staying at a coworker's place.
Seriously, you haven't been home in 3 days already.
Yeah, and?
Fine. Be that way. Hey, don't ignore me. I'm not done talking. Give me the money.
Sonia, have you already left the house?
Luke, good morning.
Morning.
I'm at the bus stop now, waiting for my ride to work. How about you? Are you already home?
Not yet. My shift ended up dragging on way longer than expected. I barely got through it. I'm exhausted. Just got on the bus back.
That sounds awful. You must be completely drained. Great job hanging in there. I know it's not easy.
Yeah, I'm running on fumes at this point. I just want to get home, shower, and pass out.
I figured. That's why I made sure to cook something before I left. It's in the fridge, so when you get home, just heat it up, okay? Oh, and don't even think about sleeping on the couch again. Use the bed. You need proper rest.
You really didn't have to do all that. I feel bad that you're always taking care of me.
Luke, come on. You don't have to feel guilty about anything. I'm your girlfriend. Taking care of you is the most natural thing in the world to me. Besides, you've done so much for me already. I wouldn't be where I am without you.
What are you talking about? You got where you are because of your own hard work.
Maybe, but you helped. You gave me advice, taught me the ropes, and always had my back when I was struggling. If it weren't for you, I don't think I ever would have made it from a part-time worker to a full-time employee. So if someone like you, someone I love, is struggling, then of course I'll do whatever I can to help.
Sonia.
No arguments. Just eat and rest, okay?
All right, thanks. I mean it. It really helps.
By the way, can I ask you something?
Yeah, what is it?
Did Celeste try to ask you for money again?
How did you know?
My little brother saw her at the mall yesterday. Apparently she was buying some expensive bag. One that cost a few $100s.
Figures. That must have been why she was harassing me for more cash yesterday. She spent her entire allowance in 2 days and expected me to just hand over more.
I had a feeling. Luke, I don't mean to pry, but your family, why are they like this?
Like what?
The way they treat you, it doesn't make sense. Celeste is the one constantly causing problems, but it's like she can do no wrong in their eyes. From what I've heard, your parents don't even scold her when she gets into trouble. They actually go to her school and argue with the teachers, insisting that she's innocent.
Yeah, it's happened more than once. I've lost count of how many times they've gone in screaming about how their daughter could never be in the wrong.
I just don't get it. I know some families are stricter with the oldest child and more lenient with the youngest, but this is something else entirely.
Now that I think about it, I've never actually told you the full story, have I?
No, you haven't. But if you're not comfortable talking about it, I understand. I won't push you.
No, I want you to know. You deserve to know.
All right, I'm listening.
The truth is, I'm not my mother's biological son.
Wait, so she's your stepmother?
Yeah, my birth mother passed away when I was a baby. I don't even have any memories of her. My dad remarried when I was in elementary school. The woman he married, Celeste's mother, became my stepmother. Celeste is their daughter. We only share the same father.
Oh, that explains a lot. I always wondered about the age gap between you two. You're almost 12 years apart.
Yeah, that's why. And that's probably why they've never really seen me as part of the family.
Luke, you've lived in that kind of environment your whole life?
Pretty much. It's always been like this. I wasn't what my stepmother wanted in her perfect little family. And my dad? Well, he always just went along with whatever she said.
That's awful.
I've been planning to leave for a while now, but it's tough. Every month they take $1,500 out of my paycheck as rent. On top of that, Celeste sometimes straight up steals from my wallet. No matter how much I try to save, it's never enough.
Luke,
Yeah?
there's something you need to know.
What is it?
My brother found out something important. He made me promise to tell you. And Luke, this might be exactly what you need to finally leave the house.
What are you talking about? What did he find out?
It's not something I can explain over text. I need to tell you in person.
All right.
You'll be home tonight, right?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Good. We'll talk then. Hey, Trash, give me some money.
Celeste? Again?
Ugh, what is with that tone? Just shut up and hand it over already.
You do realize you just demanded money from me yesterday too, right?
Yeah, and you're the one who keeps making me ask over and over again. Why not just make it easy and hand me your wallet?
Maybe because I don't enjoy getting robbed?
Robbed? Seriously? You should be grateful we even let you stay in the house, you know? You're not even real family. So when I say I need money, just be a good little servant and give it to me.
You don't even bother pretending anymore, huh?
What's there to pretend? It's just facts. Your whole life belongs to us. You work for Mom, Dad, and me. So if I take a little from you, it's just part of the deal.
Celeste, you might want to worry about something else right now.
What now? You keep saying weird stuff today. Just give me the money already.
Ah, so you really don't know yet.
The hell is that supposed to mean? Don't get all smug just because you think you know something. Quit stalling and hand it over.
You're beyond saving, you know that?
Excuse me? If anyone's beyond saving, it's you. Your life is a joke. Watching you scrape by, barely keeping yourself together, is the best entertainment I have. So make sure to keep suffering, okay? Don't get boring on me now.
Wow, you really are rotten to the core.
Rotten? Whatever. Now stop dragging this out.
Here, take a look at this.
What's this supposed to be? Some stupid trick? Wait, is that Mom? And who the hell is that guy?
That's her affair partner.
What?
One of my friend's younger brothers goes to your school. He saw them together while walking home from work.
What? No way. That doesn't make sense. How would some random student even recognize my mom?
Celeste, come on. You've been called into the principal's office so many times they've practically got a seat with your name on it. And every time, Mom and Dad come storming in like a pair of rabid animals, screaming at the teachers, making a scene. Half the school knows what they look like by now.
No, that's ridiculous.
And then there she was, strolling down the street wrapped around some guy's arm, kissing him like they were teenagers sneaking around behind their parents' backs. So yeah, my friend's brother took a picture.
This is fake. You're lying. You're trying to screw with me. Wow, this is actually hilarious.
You think Dad found it funny? Because he sure didn't. The second I showed it to him, he went dead silent. I thought he was just gonna brush it off like he always does, but then he recognized the guy in the picture.
What?
Yeah, not only did he recognize him, but he knew exactly who he was.
You're lying.
So he hired a private investigator.
A detective?
Yeah, to find out the truth. And guess what? The truth is worse than you think.
Worse? How?
Mom hasn't just been cheating. She's been cheating for over a decade.
What?
The guy? He's not some random fling. He's her ex-boyfriend. They got back together shortly after she married Dad. They've been seeing each other ever since.
That's not possible.
It's true.
No way.
And that's not even the biggest part.
What? What else could there possibly be?
That man, he's your real father.
What?
Mom cheated on Dad for years, Celeste. And you're not even his daughter.
No, that's a lie.
The DNA test says otherwise.
DNA test?
Dad had one done, quietly, without telling you.
No.
That's how he confirmed it. It's undeniable.
No. He wouldn't do that. That's not real.
Believe whatever helps you sleep at night, but the truth doesn't care what you believe. If you still don't believe me, ask Dad yourself. He's the one who told me.
But if they get divorced, what happens to me?
Not my problem. We're not family, remember? That's what you always said.
But we grew up together.
And? That never meant anything to you before. Oh, by the way, I'm leaving.
What?
I finally got everything in order. I don't need to stay in this house anymore.
Wait, what? What do you mean you're leaving?
Exactly what it sounds like. I don't owe you or your parents anything anymore, so I'm done. No more money, no more free rides, no more me.
Wait, no, you can't just...
I already moved my stuff out.
When?
Didn't take long. I never really had that much to begin with.
No, wait. What am I supposed to do if you leave?
Not my problem.
Luke, wait. I didn't mean...
No, you meant every word. So congratulations, you finally got what you wanted. Enjoy your new life, Celeste. Goodbye. I had some reservations about acting the way I did in front of a high school student, feeling like it might be immature or inappropriate. But in the end, after so many years of pent-up frustration, everything just exploded in the most dramatic way possible. The years of holding back, of biting my tongue and being the quiet one, finally gave way to a breaking point. I didn't expect it to happen, but it did. It was the last straw, and I couldn't hold back anymore. After leaving home, I cut ties with not just Celeste and my mother, but also with my father. I realized that it was the only way to free myself from the suffocating weight of the family dynamic that had been dragging me down for years. It felt like the right thing to do, even though it wasn't easy. There was a sense of relief in walking away, but at the same time there was a sense of loss. I had spent my whole life trying to keep the peace, to make everyone happy, and in the end, none of it really mattered. The rift was just too deep, and there was no going back. For a while, I stayed with my girlfriend, Sonia, who had been a huge support during this time. She offered me a place to stay, and I moved into her apartment. It wasn't ideal, and it wasn't what I had planned for myself, but it was a temporary solution. We talked about the future and made plans to find a bigger place once we both settled down more. I knew that this wasn't where I'd be forever, but it was enough for the time being. Sonia's support meant the world to me during this time. She was patient, understanding, and gave me the space I needed to sort through everything. As for Celeste, things have only gotten worse. After our parents' divorce, the financial strain hit hard. Celeste's tuition fees became too much for my mother to cover, and she had to drop out of high school. It was a blow to her, no doubt, but it was something she had to face. I could see how hard it was for her, and it broke my heart. Celeste had always been someone who strived to do well, and to see her dream of finishing high school taken away so suddenly was devastating. In addition to that, her relationship with our mother, already strained, took a nosedive after my mother moved in with her affair partner. The tension between them only grew as my mother's priorities shifted, and the emotional distance became impossible to ignore. The whole situation was toxic, and Celeste didn't deserve to be stuck in the middle of it. But because of the circumstances and her age, she didn't have much of a choice. She had no financial support from anyone else, so she was forced to continue living with my mother and her new partner. There was no other option, no other place for her to go, even though she clearly wasn't happy with how things were turning out. Living under the same roof with her mother and her new lover was like living in a constant state of tension for Celeste. She felt like an outsider in her own home, and no matter how hard she tried to fit in, the situation was suffocating. It was the reality of living in a broken home where everyone was trying to make do with the scraps they had left. She didn't feel like she belonged, and I could feel that deep sense of alienation whenever I spoke to her. She had become more withdrawn, more resigned, as though she had given up on ever finding peace in that environment. And yet, despite everything, she didn't have much of a choice. With no other family members to rely on and no way of supporting herself, she had to stay in that uncomfortable situation. There was no escaping it, at least not in the way she wanted. Her situation was so difficult, so unfair, that it made me feel helpless. I couldn't fix things for her, and no matter how much I wanted to, I knew that she had to find her own way out. It wasn't my place to step in and solve everything. As much as I wanted to take her away from all of that, I knew that she needed to find her own strength. As for me, I was determined to keep moving forward, to build a new life for myself with Sonia. The road ahead wasn't going to be easy, but I knew that I could face whatever came my way. I had made peace with the fact that my family was no longer in my life the way it had been. I had to let go of the past in order to embrace the future. And no matter how difficult that future might be, I was ready to face it head on with the support of the people who truly mattered to me. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.